everyone.
Hey,
Happy Friday.
Friday.
Oh, I feel like I haven't been here in such a long time, but it's only been because I haven't been here in 2 Fridays. Well, last Friday and then I'm here. So I missed 1 week, but it feels like forever. Well, I hope everyone had a great weekend last weekend. I enjoyed the wedding and it was a lot of fun, and I'm glad that I got to go. And it was a beautiful, it's called an herb farm, though we didn't see any herbs.
Okay.
We saw flowers, like these beautiful flowers. No, we saw lots of flowers, but no herbs. So it was fun. But I hope you guys had a good weekend last weekend, and we're here. It's Friday. I hope you guys had a great week as well. Let's see. We got Reagan. We got a Gramsci Life. We got Josh, who's in the chat, and me. Crazy House Saloon, Advent, Kirsten, Truffle, Tina. Hello. And thank you. I never get to wear this pretty headband. And finally, I have a nice, beautiful new tie-dye that matches, that I can wear it. And my eyeshadow is just popping, dude. It's popping. Thanks to Josh's channel before when we did our makeup. It was popping. I went crazy for you, Advent. Where were you? You tell me to go balls to the wall. I went balls to the wall for you. Thank you, Truffle. So let's see. We got 2 weeks worth of catching up to do.
We're going to be here for a while.
No, because I'm just kidding. Stuff that really happened. Because there was a lot going on with the Gabby Petito case, there wasn't so much drama elsewhere.
Wow.
Which is a good thing. Yeah, and Josh loves the blue. Of course he does.
I love the blue.
So let's start from last week. We have, of course, that Saturday, Tana, oh my God, I said it wrong already. Tana Mojo, and I know who it is because I watch her. I used to watch her all the time. Tana Mojo removed the podcast episode with Trisha. We don't know why just yet, but there is a lot of speculation going around on why she did this. Now, do you think you know why she did this, Josh? Just wondering.
Because Trisha is getting a lot of heat? Right now. Heat.
Agreed.
So I think that's the reason why she did it.
That's what we're all assuming. But what's going on Tana's end of things, let's see. She launched the podcast in July. Trisha was her first guest for the second episode. So she did one episode by herself. She was the second guest. And we actually covered this on the YouTube recap. But on Saturday, she removed it with no explanation. And she was telling people that YouTube took it down because of Trisha's critics. So during the podcast with Tana, Trisha said that she was, I'm going to have the wrong pronouns, and I even wrote they, that Trisha was the M word by a teacher when they were 6 years old, which previously Trisha claimed she was the M word in 6th grade. A lot of T channels and critics have pointed out this contradiction, and it's like a big thing. Although Trisha did not specify whether it was the same teacher during that podcast.
No.
A representative of Tana said the podcast episode was falsely flagged by PATUS critics, implying that YouTube removed the video. But when you go to the link, Tana since removed the video because it reads, the uploader has made this video unavailable. So that means Tana would have had been the one to remove it. And her podcast is not only just on YouTube, it's on Spotify, it's on iHeartRadio. There are other links that you can listen to this podcast without having to watch it. So the watched version is not on YouTube, but when you go on to the other podcast sites, it's not there as well. So how is YouTube removing the video and then removes all the other links from other podcast sites?
I don't think YouTube's got that kind of power.
It doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't.
I think Tana needs to just come out and say, hey, listen, I don't need any issues. I don't want any accusations that I can't put out there fully to be out there. And that's why we removed it. I mean, it's not that hard to be
transparent
and be accountable for something that she didn't say. It was a guest on her channel. She can easily say, I don't know if this is true or not, so I had to remove the episode.
Yeah. Would have been easier to do.
I agree, right? I agree. Wasn't it when she was 12? Yes. So there are many contradictions of what Trisha has said when things have happened. She's also said it's been multiple teachers, so that's why we don't know for a fact if that was the one she was talking about in the podcast episode, though she seems to get numbers right, like when I was in 6th grade, when I was 6 years old, so the 6 stayed the same, but listen, I am an essay victim. I believe Trisha has been essayed. I do not doubt that.
No.
I just don't think she really has. She either is going through so much she can't really remember it correctly or the age. And I know, like, I forget how old I even am or when I did stuff. So when you're talking about it, you could forget. But I will say, like, just the contradictions just seem a little off-putting, and the evidence that people have provided, just until we have clear-cut evidence, I'm not going to doubt her.
No, I get it.
But I am going to speculate. I think we all are going to speculate.
Yeah. Speculation.
I do think she's had trauma in her life, and this is why she is the way she is, along with other stuff.
I think that too.
I mean, come on. She's clearly had something wrong with her. But so that was on Saturday. That was the 18th that happened. Also on the 18th, which is funny, Keemstar's 20-year-old girlfriend sent a text out, and the text combo got posted, which it wasn't anything that said anything crazy, which I could put it up on the screen. It just pretty much said he was insane, which we all know Keemstar is insane. But I will put it up real quick because it's kind of funny. Not gonna lie, just proves our point that Keemstar is insane. And at least she can say, someone was like, well, you'll look back in this in a couple years and be able to laugh. And she's like, oh, I'm already laughing. So I'm glad she's already laughing at the whole relationship now at 20 years old. Because I know I laugh at past relationships like, wow, what was I thinking back then?
Oh, yeah. But I think we all do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this was what was posted. Spill T's Instagram, and this is Keemstar's ex right here. It says, F, he's a piece of shit. Oh, girl, I know. Oh, thank God. I was scared you couldn't see through his BS. Oh my God, he's insane. The oh my God, he's insane. The white part is the ex-girlfriend. I think he's having a midlife crisis big time. Gives me goosebumps. Yeah, you can laugh at it when you get a little older. You were the better half. Oh, for sure. And she says, oh, yes, for sure. I'm laughing right now. So at least she can laugh about it.
Yeah.
I mean, Keemstar, do your thing, I guess. Just make sure they're legal. That's all I have to say. It'll keep your ass out of trouble. I mean, we can't prevent any of that happening. He's going to do what he wants to do.
Yeah.
Hello, Mama T. Just maybe
Mama
don't
T.
be so crazy and an asshole, and people might like you a little bit more. Keemstar doesn't have a midlife crisis. He is the midlife crisis. I love it, Truffle. That's perfect. Funny. Yeah, he is. He's literally a midlife crisis every single day. He is. So yeah, that also came out on Saturday. That was released. So yeah, like I said, we already knew he was insane. Nothing to prove there. And then let's see.
That's true, Truffle.
Yeah, facts, right?
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second.
One? She's vanished on us, guys. She's vanished.
I had to tell the boyfriend something before I forgot. I have a short-term memory, so I have to, say it when I remember. So that was Saturday of last week.
Saturday.
Then we move on to Sunday. Now, here's another Trisha Paytas little thing. So we all know, because we covered it here on the recap as well, that Trisha recently did a skincare collaboration with Glow Skin Enchantment, which we have covered, like I said, here on the recap, when she first released it.
Yep.
And guess what, guys? It's not there anymore. The skincare line, not there. So we do know that like a TikToker had come forward saying she had gotten burned from the skincare line when she had tried the products. And that was like the most recent scandal with the skincare line and all of that. But people noticed on the 19th that when they went to get the product on the website, that there showed an error page.
Oh, no.
Yep. And then the images started to circulate through the media, and people were asking, what happened? What's going on? Why is there no, Trisha Glow Skin? And I would ask, too. The Glow Skin Enhancement Instagram account did respond that the company has been receiving very disturbing hate messages due to the partnership, and it was the best to remove for now. So if that is really what's going on, people, listen. It's a collaboration with a company.
Mm-hmm.
You don't go after the company. You can dislike Trisha.
Yep.
But to go after a company because they did a collaboration with her, what grade are we in?
Well, being as it's YouTube, I'm going to say first grade, second grade.
I mean,
that's a bit much. People go too far.
Yes, Truffle, I did see Kylie's swimwear, and she has a baby line, too. We will talk about that. I did cover when we first got the first look of the swimwear, but now she has, released it all, and I love it. I mean, I would honestly buy one of the swimwear. Let's hope it's not that expensive.
Yeah, you hope not.
But hold on, my phone's ringing now. See, this is what happens.
Ring, ring, ring. Hello, Soapy Queen. Ring, ring, ring. No. I hope it's not that expensive. Because, I know that the Kardashian and Jenner family can be a bit pricey. It can be a little pricey. Sadly, it's a product of the times. The pitchforks are just beginning to... yeah.
Okay.
Everyone has their pitchforks. I feel like
It's around the holidays. We should all be like happy. Like it's gonna be Halloween. What a beautiful, everyone loves Halloween.
I love Halloween.
Then we have Thanksgiving. We need to be thankful. Then we have Christmas. Like
yeah,
you
would think people would be more
We've
happier.
been cooped
But
up for a whole year, and now we're actually getting to go do shit. Like, but like with YouTube, I just noticed it's been so
crazy.
Like you cannot like somebody. That is perfectly like there are people that. Another phone call. Hold on 1 second again, guys.
Yeah, like I don't get people like YouTube is a very. I would say toxic place. People like I get people can have opinions and not like a certain creator or not like a certain thing that a creator's done, but like to go after the company that they are, it's like, come on, people, why? Like they did a collaboration, and if you have a problem with Trisha, that doesn't mean you should have a problem with the company. Everyone's saying hello to everyone. We've got a really lovely group here. Yeah, they were pricey, but that wasn't the issue. Oh, okay, Triple.
All right, sorry about that. I'll put my camera on in just a second. But that was my dad. I'm like, Dad, you always call me when I do my YouTube show.
It's because he loves you.
I will call you. I said, I will probably be over like, I don't know, 11-ish. I'll call you then. And then, my dad, he's like me. We just keep talking and talking. I'm like, Dad, I gotta go. So, hey, Dad, if you ever find my YouTube channel, which you know that I do a YouTube show, and my brother knows my name. So if you ever see my YouTube channel, hi, Dad.
Hi, Jackie's dad.
Stop calling me at 9:30
hey,
on a Friday.
At least you're popular. At least you're popular with people.
I guess.
I don't get any phone calls. Any phone calls, I get a spam phone call.
Oh, I get a lot of spam phone calls too. But yeah, so I feel bad for the skincare line. Yeah. They do a lot of different things with a lot of other celebrities, not just Trisha. And it's ruining their reputation because they're dealing with the backlash of Trisha Paytas. Now, that has nothing to do with them. I mean, the company didn't make the accusations. They just literally dealt with Trisha. So, I don't know. I feel bad for the company. Do we know if the skincare line ever did cause the burns? From what it seemed like, the burns were not actually from the skincare line. I mean, that's what they came down from. And then Trisha even said in her video that they couldn't even prove that the girl hadn't even purchased a skincare line because it was just supposedly gifted to her by a friend.
Yeah.
So they couldn't even prove that the skincare was the reason that girl had even received the burns on her face and all of that. So
People go nuts. People go nuts.
Hello, Jackie's dad, right? Hi, Dad.
Hi, Jackie's dad. Yeah.
I mean, shoot, he probably won't find my YouTube one day. He knows I have a YouTube channel. My brother knows my name.
All my family know that I have a YouTube channel.
I mean, you just got to ask my best friend Dave knows my name on here. Where is Dave? Hey, Dave, where are you, Dave?
If you're lurking, Dave, hello.
He said he would be here. No. But so yeah, leave the product alone. I have receipts I could show you showing that it's off the website, but you can go look yourself. It's not there.
Some products aren't used correctly. I don't.
Yes, they can.
I'm not sure about that.
If they're not used correctly.
Okay. So
But the product ingredients, which she did show, and Glow Enhancement did show too, that there was nothing that could create a chemical reaction, even if they were used improperly. They were all like organic ingredients and stuff. I mean, let's see. The lawsuit can come out, and then we will be like, oh, see.
We'll find out then. Yeah,
look. Which I
Definitely
am.
gonna.
Dave is going to get me to play 7 Days to Die Advent. You need to join our team.
And I need to get the game. And
I'm
I also
purchasing the game this weekend.
like I was gonna. Okay, I was gonna say. I was gonna message admin Justin this time. I will set up the Twitch. Thank you for the help, but I will set it up.
So that was on. Oh my God, that was
Sunday.
last week. So like, pretty much. Trisha last week was everyone was wiping themselves clean of Trisha. If anything had to do with Trisha, they're wiping themselves clean of her. Like, and I don't blame people. I really don't. I mean,
I know.
especially when like they're afraid that someone's gonna get canceled.
Yeah.
But she's not technically canceled. I mean, she still has all of those subscribers that still go and support her, and I mean, she's technically. There's no. What does canceled really mean? Cancel would mean you're wiped off of YouTube.
Yeah, and I think
she's not off of YouTube.
No, I think what people should phrase that better. It's not being cancelled; it's being held accountable.
No, I think a better word for it would be like, not canceled, but like, who cares about this person anymore? Like, it's not held accountable because they're never going to be held accountable. Like, it's just they did wrong and they need to own up to their bullshit.
Yeah.
I mean, there needs to be a better word than canceled, to be honest.
I just said it, accountability. Accountability culture, not cancel culture.
You call it accountability. I'm not going to call it that, though, because I just don't think that's the right word. We can agree to disagree. I know there's a better word for canceled. I'm going to Google that right now. I know I was thinking of this earlier.
Disowned is another one.
What one?
Disowned.
No, not really. More like just like wiped out. Like take back, recall. Like, oh my God, there's so many different ones. They need to, when it's more of a negative kind of, it's just not canceled. You can't cancel someone unless they're off YouTube, off every social media platform. That is canceled. You then canceled that person. When the person is still on YouTube, still on OnlyFans, still on Instagram, still on... She has supporters. She has crazy stands that go after people, even just talking about them in lives. Like, we have to beware of trolls. Like, honestly, I've seen it where people were talking about her and then all of her trolls just come on into the chat and go crazy. It's more like they've abandoned that person. They want nothing to do with it. They need to drop that person. More of a drop than a cancel. Like, they just drop her. She's not worth it. Get rid of her.
There you go.
So, yeah, that was, I mean, last week, besides all the Gabby Petito stuff, it was a lot of Mysterious left because of all the hate she was getting from the docuseries that she did on Trisha. And that was a big, oh my God, I couldn't believe that happened. That was Wednesday of last week. Not this past Wednesday, the Wednesday before that. And then she came back this week. She said, you know what? I'm not going to let them win. I'm not going to let them stop me from doing what I like to do, which is YouTube. And she actually came back. She put videos back up for people. And I'm glad. I'm happy that Mysterious did that because honestly, Mysterious does amazing research, and she might not put everything out there. You can't put everything, and you would have hours and hours and hours and hours long videos. You can't put everything out there. Does she try to remain very unbiased? Yes, but she does have her opinion. It's her channel, and she can give her opinion on her channel. that is what us creators can do on our channels. We're allowed to give our opinions.
That is true.
Do we have to agree with each other's opinions? No. Just like you guys in my chat don't have to agree with what I think or Josh thinks, or Josh doesn't have to agree with what I think and I don't have to agree with what he thinks.
True.
That's the glory about being beautiful, creative, unique individuals. We can all have our own opinions. But to go after people about their opinions, I don't believe is right. That's where I'm different from people. Like Trisha did try to cancel Mysterious. 13 claims on one video. 13 claims.
I'd love to know how she does that, but okay.
Well, she has a company that does it for her. It was a whole company that claimed different parts of the video, saying that this. So what happened was Trisha took down, what was it, 1,300 videos, right? The pictures of like her dad that she had on Twitter and Instagram, she removed. So that way she could claim the parts in Mysterious's video that showed like the photo of her and her dad from when she was younger and things like that, saying, well, she took that and they're not on the web, like they're nowhere to be found now. She used that against privacy claims.
But Trisha does know there's this thing called web archives, and if people...
Yes, but if Trisha is claiming that she didn't have it on any of her public like sites.
Yeah, I get that, yeah. But
they were taken from her privacy. Hello, Rachel.
Hi, Rachel.
Oh, don't worry. Yeah. We all get sidetracked.
I get sidetracked all the time.
I do it all the time, girl. That's part of me having ADHD. I mean, we do it here just talking. So last week was a Trisha fest. Cleaning up the mess of Trisha and pretty much dropping her like a bad habit. That was pretty much last week's craziness. Now, this week, there's been a lot of different evidence happening with the Gabby Petito case, which I'm going to save that for last, where we can all talk about what we want about what's going on with the Gabby Petito case. Because there's just a lot of new information that has come out in the last 2 weeks from the first time we've talked about it on the recap. So it's a lot. It's a lot. But this Thursday, Logan Paul, the big news on Logan Paul was that he revealed on his podcast impulsive, like impulsive, but impulsive, about he tried to slide into actress Anya Taylor-Joy's DMs. So in a recent episode of his podcast, which I did listen to it, which I will say, there was another reason why I listened to this podcast, not for Logan Paul, but because of his guest star this week, which was Hafthor Julius Bajornis. I'm going to butcher
that one, yeah.
Bajornison. It's very Icelandic, okay? I can't say his last name. He's very Icelandic. But Logan Paul was actually in Iceland and was able to sit down with Hafthor this week. This week. Which, if you don't know who Hafthor is, he plays Gregory the Mountain for 5 seasons on the Game of Thrones. So that was a big thing, and he was happy that Logan was like pretty excited, but I was excited that someone actually got to sit down with him because he stays in Iceland mainly. So not a lot of people get to do a lot of interviews with him because he stays over there. Which, hey, I would love to go to Iceland. Just the way that they were describing everything over there, it seems so beautiful. And I like cold, so I'm all about cold weather.
She's got a nice heart.
Yes. Not only is Hafthor, though, an actor, He is also Icelandic's professional strongman, which he was the first person to have ever won the Arnold Strongman Classic, Europe's Strongest Man, and the World's Strongest Man in the same calendar year.
Wow.
3. You
That's
saw her
amazing.
on SNL. She's cute. Well, Logan Paul was trying to get into her DMs.
Trying to get into those DMs. Ooh.
So I'll talk about how that conversation got to. So he started talking to Half Thor about, all of his great accomplishments, which I didn't know too. Half Thor was a professional basketball player in Iceland. But someone had came up to him and said, "Hey, do you want to try out for this role? We need strong, big men, and you're like the strongest man in the world." And that's how he got into the Game of Thrones. But he also recently just did a movie with actress Anya Taylor-Joy, which is it's the Queen Gambit. That's what it's called.
Okay.
So he started talking about, how was it to work with all these amazing actresses and actors, and Logan was like, you know what? I was a basic ass little bitch, and yeah, I slid into her DMs, and I tried to DM her, and he was like, "You want to know what I said?" And I'm like, "What, Logan?" He said, "Okay, but are you good at checkers?" Because the movie's about chess kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, ha, Logan, you're so funny. 5 months later, though, he DM'd her again, saying, "Just following up on the above," with an arrow and a baby carrot. Now, when I think of baby carrot emojis, I think of Xylie's chats, and the baby carrot emoji is what we put in for Keemstar's little pee-pee. So I'm thinking, when I hear this, I'm like, oh, Logan. I don't know if that's going to go over too well with her.
I don't think so, no.
She didn't respond.
Think so.
She left him on read. So he's telling Half Thor.
Yeah, you go, girl.
See her. Tell her to check her DMs. No, Half Thor, whatever you do not tell her to check her DMs. She's too gorgeous for Logan. She's too gorgeous for that bullshit. I'm sorry. Yes, they have natural hot springs over there. Oh my god, I would totally dig that. Totally dig that.
That would be fun.
It looks like a very majestical setting. Yes, Advent. And even though you might not like the cold, they have like this main, like, so I know in Nashville they have it where they have like a couple streets that are like popping. Well, they have this one street, I guess, in Iceland that literally you walk down, you can't move down it. It's like the most poppin' street in all of the land there. So that sounds like fun. Like they were like talking, and this actually was part of the podcast that I actually enjoyed because they brought up about Kanye's new style. So they were talking about how, there's this street, and they went to go check it out, and Logan had like his hoodie up and his hat on so people couldn't recognize him, and how crazy that they felt like they needed another bodyguard because there was just so many people. And this is when his co-host, I'm not sure who his co-host name is, he suggested about how Kanye's new thing is the full suit, head to toe, which we saw in Kim during the Met Gala outfits, how that would be perfect for something like that, because then people wouldn't recognize this person at all. They wouldn't know it was a celebrity to then like go ask them for their autograph or take pictures, things like that.
It's true.
But
it would work.
He did have a good theory to why Kanye might be doing this new kind of fashion trend. Because when we saw it at the Met Gala, we were like, what the heck is this?
Yeah.
Like, why would you wear something like this? So he had some theories about it. So he thinks that maybe Kanye is doing like a testimony to like we are all human at the end of the day, and if we were all wearing the same thing like this, we are all just the same person, and that you can't judge us for what we look like, but how we speak, how we act, and what we do. If we all look the same, you can only judge us on those characteristics.
It's a good theory.
Which, if that is what Kanye is going in the fashion direction, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
It just looked very, very weird when it was shown at the Met Gala because we were like,
there was no response to why. Now, if Kim got pulled aside and said, like, what are you wearing, Kanye? Okay, what was inspired by this look? That everybody's all the same in America. We're all one. We're all the same. That would have been cool.
That would have made sense, yeah. And that would have been
cool. And hello, Aaron.
Hey, Aaron.
Yes. Oh, hugs, stay safe. Yes, thank you, girl. Hit that like and subscribe and all that good stuff. I'm glad to see you, babe.
Subscribe, share everyone.
You're at movie night. Ooh, PTA with your son at a school. Hey, do your thing, girl.
Yeah.
I'm glad you stopped by.
Go for it.
Say hello. That means a lot to me.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
I will have to check for that. So you watched Chuck Bait on Netflix. Okay, I'm gonna check that out. I've been watching a little bit more Netflix myself, honestly.
I need Netflix.
Thinking to that level. Honestly, Truffle. I think he might be. Just at least.
Yeah.
Have that maybe you would be surprised that whole album that he just put out, Donda, was like crazy inspirational. The metaphors, what everything meant with the church burning down, and it was insane. The metaphors that he thought of for that whole album, and so I can see him kind of coming up with this as a fashion kind of statement, not to judge that we all are the same. If we all had this, we just were head to toe wearing the same thing, you wouldn't know.
Nope.
Who I am, who I was, what I look like, but you would be able to judge me on how I lead, how I act, and what I say. So, I mean, then again, this is Logan's co-host and Logan coming up with this theory. We don't actually know.
We don't know, but
that's what Kanye was going for.
Yeah, and if that is the theory, and that turns out to be true, that's brilliant. It's brilliant.
I said, I think it's a great theory.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know for a fact if that's actually what.
No, we don't.
The theory behind it, but. Anyways, so yeah, I did listen to that stupid episode, but it did give me a whole kind of different way of looking at Kim's Met Gala outfit and Game of Thrones. I had to, so I was happy to listen to Half Thor, which he's getting ready for another fight, and then he said he's going to try to get into the acting. They asked him if he was going to like come over from Iceland ever and move to America. He said nope. He loves his country. He loves where he's at. He loves it there. And that, makes me even more kind of like him because he's very prideful of where he's from, and go for it, bud. So, yeah. But, you don't need to listen to the episode. Unless you like Game of Thrones and you want to listen to Half Thor, then I suggest listening to the episode. If not, it's Logan Paul talking stupid.
What else is new?
Literally. He has a broken arm, and he's like, "Yeah, let's fight now, dude." And like, Half Thor looks at him like, "You're fucked. You're already fucked. You got a broken arm. So how are you gonna spar me right now?" I was like, "Oh God." So then we had Jaclyn Glenn. She put out a video on Tuesday.
That she did.
Called Onision is trying to sue her.
I can't. Like, I watched that. Nope.
Onision is insane in the membrane. We already know this.
Mm-hmm.
So she pointed out a couple things, and I'm going to bring them up on the screen, and I have them in order, so I'll go through them in order really quick with you guys. Because it's just Onision literally being Onision.
Onision,
She's very comedical, which I love Jaclyn Glenn. She's like, Onision. Of course, Onision, of all people, did not write this email. So she received an email from Onision's management at gmail.com. Oh, yeah. That's some kind of a management team. Like, you got a Gmail account and they're only Onision's manager. Yeah.
Only.
Yeah.
Just only. Only
you would think
Onision's
Onision,
manager.
of all people, would have like a huge management behind him. Come on. You got to clear that name up for you.
Oh, yeah, true.
Trisha has a management company that helps her claim people's videos. I mean, shit. So this was the email. Onision's manager at gmail.com. And the subject said, hello.
Professional
management.
Real professional.
And you're trying to say, we're going to sue you for defamation. That is not really a professional email, especially from a management team. Just trying to say. So she did point out in the video, though, she did do a video 2 years ago called I'm Suing Onision, which she was joking that she was going to sue Onision for all the defamation that he has caused other people, because at the time, Onision had threatened and sent a very similar email to Repsion, saying that he was going to sue Repsion. So she kind of did it as a parody, like, well, then if you're going to sue them, I'm going to sue you, Onision, for all the defamation you've caused me, which she made that was another parody. But Onision's being serious. Like, he thinks that these people are this dumb. Does he realize how dumb he is?
No.
Like,
I don't think he's got any self-awareness at all.
Smart, and he sends all this shit thinking, oh my God, this is so freaking genius. They'll never know it was from me. I'll get them to take down those videos.
Okay. Whatever.
Yeah. So that's her video from 2 years ago. This is the email that Repsion got that says pretty much some time ago, I'm asking you to stop making videos based on misinformations and were slanderous. The email is formally a request to remove all videos about me on your channel, especially the most slanderous ones. Having requests to remove or said videos formally, and me now asking you to stop harassing myself and my family. Your actions beyond this last request at this point could make legal matters more simplistic. So pretty much this was the email, right? This is what Repsion got. We go to the next one. This is what Jaclyn Glenn got. So this is the newest email. So in this one, I'm going to make this just a little bigger for you guys all to see, because it's kind of funny. I'm not going to lie. It kind of says the same exact thing. So let's see. I'm going to try to... I see it's at the biggest point right now. Darn. I'll just read it to you guys real quick. So it says, hello, you publish media that was associated with the implication that Onision was a criminal, when in fact it was proven by the police/FBI in 2020 that there was no evidence of any crime. Additionally, the only person who made a statement to the police regarding Onision made a clear statement that they were not aware of any crimes occurring. This means the authorities and the only witness that what really happened came to the same conclusion. Yet your publication implies something else. actually the only video, and Jaclyn Glenn points this out, and I actually watched it my damn self too, was she did a when Netflix or no ID Mystery, excuse me, when ID Mystery came out with the Onision documentary, Jaclyn covered it because she was somehow in the series. So she wanted to point out all of the misinformation that was said about her in the Onision documentary.
And that's valid.
It had nothing to do with calling you a criminal. If anyone called you a criminal, it was ID Mystery Network. Come on. So this is just incredibly stupid. This whole email is stupid. To be clear, pretty much it just says, you're receiving notice, important to establish what a false statement, blah, blah, blah. Slander defamation is a serious crime. It destroys lives and it destroys lives, and courts often award significant damage.
Bullshit.
That's a lie. To those impacted. Here are some examples of individuals who did not correct their slanderous defamation statements until it was too late. So pretty much he's trying to threaten her. He's like, hey, look at this lawsuit, which was football, USC coach Todd McNair and the NCAA reach a settlement.
So...
Okay. Another individual wins damage / public apology over false statements published by the media. Harry gets correction apology tabloid over military story. Okay.
So sports and military. Okay. Nothing to do with YouTube drama, but carry on.
These are just examples of defamation cases, though. It had nothing. He's not saying it has to do with YouTube. It just had. He's giving examples of defamation and slander cases.
And I bet you that were hard. I bet you that was still hard to win, though.
Yeah. Oh, and page 6. This is from a page 6 article. Another person loses $50,000 for publishing statements that were proven false. Tristan Thompson granted $50,000 in liable lawsuit against Kimberly Alexander. So he says you have a choice. 1, remove any references to Onision. Okay, so pretty much, because I don't have the rest of this email, but he gives her choices. She got to remove all of the Onision stuff that supposedly is on her channel, which, like I said, it was about the docu-series. It wasn't really anything but that on our channel about Onision. And if she doesn't, then he's going to go after her and sue her. Pretty much, okay. Jaclyn said that if she receives any more emails from Onision's manager, she will be publishing them on YouTube for us so we can all take a good hard laugh together at it.
Yeah, exactly. Because what?
Yeah, it's not management. Yeah,
no, and
or
you've got to think
pretending to be his own manager. Truffle, you nailed it right there. He's pretending to be his own manager. Right. Just like KJ, exactly. Oh boy, manager, aka KJ. He should have just called KJ. Honestly, KJ writes a better email. Just saying. I mean, she literally writes a better email that looks a little bit more realistic than Onision's.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to call that piece of shit email. Because that's what it was. It was literally a piece of shit email.
True. Oh,
so yeah, that was interesting. And I know because she made a video, Onision doesn't know how to shut his fucking mouth. That's just a nice way of putting it, that he is going to come back and say something about
God,
this.
yeah. He is.
Like, let the girl live her freaking life. Oh, and also in the email, I have to point this out. He says Jaclyn Glenn. Okay, now you know she's been married, right, Onision? So technically her legal name is not Jaclyn Glenn anymore. It's Jaclyn Frank. So if you are going to sue Jaclyn Glenn, you might want to make sure you're suing her. And if you are, it needs to be Jaclyn Frank.
Because hasn't there been lawsuits where the other person has lost purely based on the fact that it was the wrong name? I'm sure I've seen that somewhere. Can't remember where, but
I don't think it was a defamation case, but there was lawsuits where the name was not right and they lost because of that. Yeah. It wasn't a defamation case.
No, it wasn't a defamation case, but it's just like, if you're gonna do it,
no,
the name right.
He could make it so like he might be suing the wrong person, and then you're not gonna win at all. Like you have to get the name right.
Exactly.
Just because her name is still Jaclyn Glenn on YouTube, you know she is one person that puts her whole name out there for the public. So you know her full name.
Mm-hmm.
You know who you need to sue.
And by the way,
it's a legal document, and if it's in a management company, they would also be doing things very legally.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
They're telling you to take down videos. If not, we're gonna sue you.
They would use. Mm-hmm. So that's how you also know that that's not his manager.
It started with "I'm a banana." It did. Yeah, Onision was never known for brains. Exactly. He never was. Mm-mm. He definitely wrote it himself. Like, I know he definitely wrote it himself, too. Truffle.
Oh, yeah.
It's very clear to see. And if you kind of look at the one from 2 years ago and that Repsion got from the one that Jaclyn Glenn got, it's very similar. Mm-hmm. Very similar.
And he's trying it again. All of that. Yeah.
He just wants the videos removed. But, like, does he realize you can't sue her for defamation when you have done the same exact thing, if not worse, to her?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
What he said about her, what he's done to her, is way worse than she's ever said about him.
Mm-hmm.
So just try.
Go for it, dude. We'll see who wins that one.
Right? I would love to. You can
go for that would be fun. Not fun for obviously the people involved, but it'd be fun for us to watch.
Oh, it would. I know Jack was laughing the entire time too.
Oh yeah, like she would be.
I don't think she'd be happy having to pay a lawyer to deal with stupid bullshit from Onision, but it'd be the point that she'd finally get to put him in his fucking place, because the guy needs to be put in his place.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
He got away with like the biggest shit in the world because he got away with what he did. Like, you're not that smart just because they couldn't prove it. We all know what you have done, Onision. That's why you have gotten nowhere in this existence.
Yep. Exactly. Lawyers also don't take on losing cases. Some of them do, but
if they're gonna pay the lawyer the amount of money that they're asking for,
you want to be damned.
Take on the case and try their best. It's all about the money when it comes to lawyers.
It's all about. I
do know lawyers that have taken on cases that they know that they're possibly gonna lose, just because they were getting paid.
Yep.
If it's a contract where he's saying, like, I will pay you in the damages when I win them type of a lawsuit, that lawyer's not going to take that case. If he's actually paying the lawyer to do this, and then he will get that money come back if they win. If not, he still had to pay that money. You still got to put it out beforehand. You can claim that in the lawsuit as like money to be paid back to you for having to do this. But the only time you get that money back is if you win. So, yeah. It's a pain in the ass. But anyways. And then Wednesday, we had the beautiful Britney Spears. We finally got news that her conservatorship was officially suspended and will be removed in the next 45 days.
Woo!
So congratulations,
time.
Britney. It's been a long time. She needs... I'm glad that she's getting what she wants.
Oh, yeah.
Now, we don't know if the conservatorship's going to go over to the person right now, because she did say something about having her remain as her conservator after her dad was suspended. So we will see. All the logistics of it
will come out anyway.
Will come out in the 45 days. So all we know is, as of right now, it's officially suspended, and in 45 days, he will be removed. And that is what all these Britney fans have been waiting for a long time. And if Britney wants to go have another kid or get married or do whatever the hell she wants, she can do whatever the hell she wants.
Woo!
I always thought they cared about their win ratio. I forgot about the almighty dollar. Yes, so some lawyers will care about the win ratio, especially when they're the best lawyer in, the state of whatever. But majority of lawyers, if you're going to pay me that money, I'll take on any case. That's what most lawyers are like. The top dogs are the ones that are like, let me get my win ratio, and I'm not going to take a case on that I know I can't win. But my firm might take the case, and I might just give it to, Joe Schmo, who's like a new attorney in the practice.
Mm-hmm.
So they do that as well.
Yeah, they do.
But yeah, so that's pretty much all of, like I said, the recap. It wasn't a lot of drama. It was a lot of just stupid BS kind of things happening, and some good news, some stupid news. But really what we've been focusing on for the last 2 weeks is Gabby Petito. There's been so much lately that has come out in her case, pretty much. Brian's still not found. We know that second body cam footage was released yesterday, where the story, she clearly says that Brian grabbed her face. You can listen to it, and the officer does say, well, Brian admitted to the cops that he did hit her, but because Gabby didn't admit to him hitting her, it was just that Gabby was the enforcer. So a lot of people are questioning whether the cops did Gabby wrong. Now, this is a tough situation. And I did talk to a lot of you last night about this, because we watched the video together, the second body cam footage on Discord. And it was just so, there was a part in the video, and he's reading the statute, and he says in the statute, this is why we have this rule in place, because what happens is the female does not want to be alone. She wants to be back with the aggressor because she doesn't know any better. And it leads to a situation where then it gets worse and worse and worse until that person usually is then murdered. And it was not that the cop predicted her fate, but it was okay, so that's why you guys have this statute. I mean, they were pretty much saying that Gabby was the aggressor the whole time, but you could clearly see, and the way that the story still played out with everything that went down, that she wasn't the aggressor. It just seemed like they took his side. And this is just my opinion on the situation in general. because I did watch it with you. I watched it with Kirsten, Rachel, Gramsy, Josh, Knuckles was there last night, and we all just kind of watched it and kind of gave like our own opinions and things like that to it. And it just was, we wish, okay, my opinion, and Tina was there, yes. I forgot Tina. Oh, they were lazy and didn't want the paperwork. Exactly. I felt like they could have done something where they gave him a citation. They separated them both. And they had at the time that Brian had to go to the police department, sign the citation, so then that way they could be back together the next day. Well, I felt like they could have done it both ways. They could have had her do one and him do one, so that way if she didn't want to talk to him, she didn't sign the citation. And if he didn't want to talk to her, then he didn't have to sign the citation. But at least it wasn't a one-way street. It was a both-way street, giving them both the options. But I also felt like they should have checked up on both of them, whether it was him and her, or just her. They should have checked up on them the next day. And that's, even though they were too, like, honestly, like we say, they were too lazy to want to do the paperwork. But what else are they freaking doing in the middle of nowhere? Like we said, it's not like it's some big, gigantic city that they're getting call after call after call after call after call after call that they, can't just, they got something else to deal with. They're in a small town. So if you're that lazy, like, come on, what else are you doing? It does happen way too much. Lazy law enforcement helps. And they kept trying to look through the statute and like ways that they didn't have to cite them so that they can just be together. They were just trying to just make it so that they can just go on their way and leave. Like, whether it was them being lazy or them just, trying to give them what they wanted. If they felt, because they felt like there was something going on, then they should have done more. It's sad that they kind of felt like Gabby was the aggressor when I didn't. I felt like, and you can see, and the female park ranger was the only, so they didn't have a female officer. They had a female park ranger that did come to the scene. And even at one point, he was like, oh, you don't have to stand here if you don't want to. And she stayed with Gabby to talk to Gabby. And you can tell she knows what it feels like to be in that situation, and how Gabby was hyperventilating and not feeling well, and like she didn't want to leave her alone. And I thought that was very good. But the way that the officers were like trying to like ask her questions, like the way you answer this question is going to seal your fate. Like, I just felt like it wasn't done properly. They didn't handle the situation like they should. It's hard to say how they should have handled the situation, but another thing that they did wrong that I didn't like was he called one out of the two. So they had a witness that saw everything, and then they had a caller. He called the caller first, not the witness. But he then, after he left the scene, that's when he called the witness. And the witness was the one that said that they witnessed Brian hit her. So at that point, when he's calling the caller, and the caller is just giving he's like, I just saw her kind of like jumping over him, getting in the vehicle. It's like, why do you think she's jumping in the driver's side over him in the vehicle? Because she felt he was going to take her vehicle without her. He was going to leave her stranded. Like, I just felt like they could have thought more about, I just felt like, yeah, they were lazy. I guess that's just the best word to say. They were lazy. There was so much more that they could have done. So much more.
Most definitely. Sorry, I'm back.
It's okay. I just felt like they could have done something, anything different. It just didn't even. But so they called the caller. They didn't call the witness, and I felt like at that point, if you're gonna call one, you should call the other to get the other story as well for the camera, because he was doing it for the camera. You need to get the other one as well. What happened was he ended up going up to Brian and said, well, the caller in your statement was pretty much the same, and I'm assuming that the witness is going to be the same as well. You can't assume that that story is going to be the same. That is where he screwed up there. Because when he did talk to the witness did say that she did see Brian hit her. And we find this out later. Like, I mean, we found that out later after all of this stuff, but we also found out, like, last night there was a second body cam footage that they weren't showing us. And there was a reason why.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Because it makes them look bad. That's why.
The police department's being investigated by an outside agency, and that's what... I guess that's a good thing in a way, so that way, like, they don't have something like this happen again. I do know one of the officers did take a personal leave. At least they are saying that he took a personal leave. But as we were talking about it last night, it doesn't necessarily mean that he himself took the leave. It could have been that they made him take the leave, and that's only what they're telling the news articles about, saying that he was the one to take the leave instead of, like, them making him take leave. It's very possible. That's what they could say whatever they want to the news outlets and stuff like that. Small towns are chock full of cops are probably used to sweeping it under the rug. Very true. Law enforcement needs training to keep up with the times. I agree. They can do better training. They can do scenario cases. They can do, like, actual scenario cases. Now, I saw this. I know this is going to sound weird for just this part. I was watching Little People. It's a show on TLC. And the wife is a doctor for... she's a pediatric doctor. She works at the hospital. But what they do at the hospital is they set up scenario incidences for EMTs, doctors, nurses, anyone that works in that field. And they do scenario incidences like a kid's choking or drowned in a pool. And they set up these actual physical scenario cases, except that it's not a real child. It's an actual dummy. But they have the mother that's sitting there crying, screaming, trying to get to her child, to give these EMTs and doctors and nurses actual situations that they might encounter, as close to as a scenario could be, no matter if it's crazy or mellow or like the person's, flipping shit. They do all different types of scenarios. I think they need more training like that in also the police officers side of things. Not necessarily like, emergency phone calls like EMTs, doctors, things like that, but like scenarios of domestic violence or scenarios where, just all different types of scenarios and different situations. But clearly these statutes have been put in place in all these states that their hands were tied. They kept saying, our hands were tied because of these statutes. Because clearly they weren't doing it right before that they made this statute that these cops can't just push it under the rug anymore.
Yeah.
And so clearly they need to do more training.
They do.
because of this. And one way to train is scenario type cases.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's like the one and only thing that like will help and will make it all better, but it will help. So you have a scenario incident like this. You have actors that will act it out, but it makes it for the cops to have, you don't tell the cops that's what's going on. You just run it as like, this is part of training. And like, they see like, what would you do kind of a situation.
Yeah, that definitely needs to happen.
And there's enough cases out there that they can use to give to different police departments and things like that to be able to work these out, to do them and reenact them and stuff like that, to figure out how they would do it differently, or what they would do, or what this department would do, or what this department would do. How would you handle it, this department? And then they can even take that and come together as a whole law enforcement, either through the state or through even the U.S., and see what different agencies would do with that same scenario and figure out the best approach to do stuff. It helps. Whether it's, like I said, it's not going to solve it all, but it's going to help train.
Yeah. I totally agree.
I did a lot last night when I was watching, like I said, that show, and I was like, that would have been something that these cops would have benefited from if they had something like that. Many cops are spousal abusers themselves also. That is a statistic, unfortunately. It is. We got to clean out these streets. Yes, we do.
Definitely.
And most of them go into law enforcement to push people around. And that is true, too. The way that the cop was talking to Gabby, right off the rip, we were just like, is he serious? Like, he like gave a scenario. Like, he was talking about his ex-wife. He's like, oh, I have anxiety too, and my girlfriend now knows how to calm me down, but my ex-wife would know how to spiral it out of control. That's why she's my ex-wife. Ha 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 ha. Like, what?
Come on.
Now, there's a lot of stuff going around today with the Gabby Petito case saying the sister lied. Now, I would love for any of you guys that want to come up here on panel, I will put the link in the chat. I trust that there's only a couple of us in here. If anyone wants to come up on panel right now, I'd love to have you, because honestly, I don't really know what to make of this. I did talk about it a little bit with the Gramsci life today, and people are believing Laundry's attorney. Creators are like believing the Laundry's attorney. I'm sorry, but the way that attorney is, I'm not going to believe him until he produces Brian for us. Sorry. How do you not know where he has been? Like,
he probably knows.
Just so happened Brian comes home and hires an attorney before she was even classified missing.
That's suspicious as hell.
I don't trust the attorney. That is me personally. I don't trust their attorney. And that is my opinion. But I want to know what you guys think about this. Do you or do you not believe the sister? Do you believe the sister lied? Do you believe this attorney figure? Like, I've been doing a lot of other things today that I didn't get to do a lot of Gabby Petito investigation research like I normally do with you all. So I was hoping that you guys can help me out with this one. Even in the chat, put it in the chat what you guys think is going on.
If you don't feel comfortable about coming up on panel, you can put it in chat.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of feel like they're trying to blame the sister for something to kind of distract The people that are going after the mom and dad to like throw the case over towards her so they can take a couple eyes off of them to kind of move forward doing whatever that they're going to do with whatever they're doing at this point. Tina says something is definitely all effed, suspicious, and incredibly disheartening. Sister is a liar and attorney needs disbarred. I agree.
Yeah.
Something is going on.
Yeah.
Something is definitely going on. I feel like the only reason people are listening to the laundry's attorney is because he's a lawyer and supposed to be official spokesperson for the family and only person on laundry's side saying anything. But they haven't said shit and you're gonna believe what he's saying? When they said they had no clue where he was for all those days. Oh, we know where he is. We know where he is. And now it's, oh my God, he was missing. We never really knew where he was. Bull fucking shit. Now it's like, oh, well, we did go camping. And it was me, Dad, and Brian. And then we came back. So it's like one story changes, the next one changes, the next one changes. It just, things don't get, they're not adding up. They know more. I bet the sister is super pressured. I have this feeling she's not the favorite child and her parents would happily be rid of her. I kind of feel that way too. Like, I feel like, not that they don't like, they might not be as proud as her as maybe they are of Brian. I just don't think they even care about Brian sometimes too, just the way they act. But yet then they're going above and beyond to do anything and hide him. And it just, something's definitely off with sister. However, JB from WFLA made a good point. GMA needs to release entire unedited versions of sister's interview. That is true. I can't fault the sister for covering for him, truly. Family ties run deep. I get that. So do I, admit. I'm not saying that I would cover for my little brother if he was in a situation like this, but I love my little brother to pieces that
You wouldn't want to say any harm.
He's innocent, I'm gonna fight for my brother.
Yeah.
And especially like, but I'm gonna also like give what I can to help as well. I personally don't agree with that opinion, and that's fine. I think that people are threatening her. I don't think it's got much to do with how she feels about Brian. I mean, she was already getting threatened before because of the postcards, and I know GMA did not put out the whole interview, and I don't see why they couldn't put out the whole interview. It's not like, it's an interview with the sister of all people. Like,
yeah, you would think that
before the kids got like, before Gabby was found, she was the one saying, we just want Gabby found alive. Like, she, at that point, didn't know much of anything, if anything at all. So, I mean, it's this case literally has had so many twists and turns and different theories and different things that have actually come out. It's one that it's crazy.
Yeah, it definitely is crazy. Definitely is.
Let's see. The Floridians not loving kids. Okay. The part possible. Wasn't the mom DA or something? They're okay with putting their kids in gunfire zones and lawns on a plaque. And not saying I believe or necessarily anyone believes the laundry's attorney, just going with what he's saying to media reporters, which we all know he's lied. So what people need to remember with attorneys, I worked for a couple attorneys, they are going to do what is in the best interest of their client.
Yep.
So if the parents are paying the dinero, the lawyer is going to do what is in the best interest of Brian and the mom and dad. So if he needs to lie out of his mouth to everybody in the effing world, he's going to do that.
Yeah.
That's what attorneys do.
Tis true.
Great. I hate to say it, but they're good actors. They have to sit there in front of a judge and put forward a case and do it to the best of their acting ability to prove points.
Yeah.
His client is Brian. Now we have to think of it like this. He is going to forever say that Brian is innocent. He is going to fight that Brian did not do this, that he had nothing to do with this. He's either going to say, when Brian is ever found, that Brian ran away, the parents didn't know, so the parents don't get in trouble because they're the ones paying, not Brian. So he's covering the parents' ass. He's also going to be like, well, maybe it was an accident. That could be one way this, that it could go down. Or maybe Gabby did this to herself and Brian didn't want to get in trouble. He's always going to cover for Brian. That is who is paying him. Does this mean that it's not true? No. Does it mean that it's correct? No. We don't know what happened. And there's always two sides to every story. And right now, we only have one, and we can't get it yet. We're going to get the evidence, which is going to be somewhere in the middle, because evidence speaks louder than words. Because when we find out how she was killed and all of that, the evidence is going to speak louder than what the claim is going to be, because he is going to claim something that probably is not true to cover his ass. Yeah, there's three sides: his, hers, and the truth. Somewhere in the middle. Truth.
The truth will always be in the middle, because one's got one aspect, one's got the other, and then the facts will bring you to the truth in the end.
Yep. And at this point,
I was doing that earlier.
I can't even believe I yawned. I don't believe anything that attorney says. That is just my opinion. I know how attorneys work.
Yeah, because like you said, the attorney is being hired to represent a client. So they are going to, you've seen it like on Suits is a great TV example of that, where, a client will, or a lawyer will do what's best for the client. And sometimes, I know it's a TV show and drama, but, sometimes they will bend the evidence or bend the truth that
to fit their perspective. Yes,
which is to help out their client. I don't get why people
it's to help the case out. Yes, for the client. Exactly.
And that's why I don't understand why people are like trusting the lawyer now. It's like,
what are you gonna be on Brian's side next?
It's one step closer.
I don't get it.
Me neither.
Brian is a person of interest. And as we know from what the facts show, He came home without Gabby. He had her van. So let me pull up my timeline on my word drive, because I made a timeline of everything that has happened. And I want to say it exactly how it is. Gosh, I have not been sleeping, so that's why I'm yawning. I'm not tired though. I'm definitely having a bowl of ice cream after this, just saying. But road trip began on July 2nd, leaving New York. July 5th, they stopped at Kansas Mountain Rocks. July 10th, the Grand Sands Dune National Park. July 16th, Zion National Park. July 20th, Cedar Breaks. So we're going in order. July 21st, Bruce Canyon National Park. July 30th, Canyonlands National Park, the Mayas Arch. Okay, this is where we get into the bullshit. August 12th, Moab, Utah, domestic reported that they had separated them for the night. Brian went to a shelter, aka a hotel, and they made Gabby take the van. Now, this was the first time, we talked about this last night too. This was the first time that Gabby was alone the whole entire trip. She was scared.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she didn't want to be alone. She was already having an anxiety attack. This is the first night she had to be alone in her van. And a place that she didn't know, unknown, like she didn't have the comfort of somebody that she, at that point, trusted.
Yeah, I get that.
Whether or not they had this fight. Now, what we do know on August 12th as well, that he had gotten into a fight with her. He was trying to get into the van. He put her bag on the back, and he was going to leave. She felt like he was going to leave her there and take the van. So whatever happened there, they had a fight. The cops separated them for the night. That is when the next day they were together. Then from there, we know on August 17th through the 23rd, Gabby was in a hotel room by herself, and Brian went back to Florida, cleaned out Gabby's stuff, and then on the 23rd, he flew. That was when Gabby's father bought them pizza. So he flew back. Gabby's father bought them pizza. It was sent to the hotel. The parents knew what hotel they were in. Then on August 23rd/24th is when Gabby's mom got video chatted with her while she was in Salt Lake City, Utah. They checked out of the hotel on the 24th of August. The 25th was the last call to the family telling them she was going to Grand Teton National Park, Wyoming. That they were planning a Yellowstone trip, but Gabby never made it. Did he tell the couple who gave him a ride she was in the hotel? From what I remember, no. He had said that he had gotten into a fight with his girlfriend and that he had been spending the night alone. That's a good question. I'm pretty sure he didn't say that she was there in the hotel, but he did say that he was meeting up with. I'm going to have to check that one out, Tina. That's a very good one. Good question, Tina. Good question.
That is a good question.
Fucking Without a Crystal Ball started a live on Instagram. Shut up.
Oh, she hasn't. Oh, God.
Just did. I got the notification. Who cares? I don't think anyone is actually trusting or believing the lawyer. I think they just adding his story to a timeline. Every single word he says is being scrutinized and shredded to bits. He knows it is. yeah, of course, everything is being scrutinized and shredded to bits. But there
Yeah.
are actual YouTubers that have made videos. Like I saw a couple like true crime channels that have made videos saying we are now believing the attorney that the sister is a liar, and they made that into a video. I only got to watch one out of the two that I wanted to watch today because I was so busy doing other things that I couldn't watch that, which I do plan on getting on my, well, I'm already on my computer, but getting on and doing more research tonight. Working on a YouTube video. Didn't he say, yes, he did say that she was working on a YouTube video. Now that you say that, yes. He said to somebody that she was working at back at the hotel on a YouTube video. I think though he had said that I don't know if it was the couple that picked him up or somebody else. I'm gonna have to look at our notes. We have a great. I just said it, Reagan. I just said it too. She went live on Instagram. Yep, I know. God, KJ live on Instagram, right? Exactly. If we want to watch it, we can. I doubt
Yeah,
it's very
why not?
useful. Let me just say that. So then from the 27th, August 27th, the van is seen in the YouTube video in Spread Creek. The couple that did the GoPro that said that they had stopped because they wanted to say hi to a fellow Florida people, and that's where we got the video. So from the 25th, the last time they talked to her, that they were in Grand Teton, to August 27th when the van was seen, which they are speculating that they see some guy in the field digging, which I myself have seen what they are talking about. I've sat there for over an hour looking at this, looking at the guy. Is this a guy? Is this something? Who is there digging in the fields? Does the van door open? Does the van door close when they drive by? I've sat there and scrutinized this video, and I have the GoPro unedited footage, which we didn't get that for a couple days after. We got the edited version where they took that part where there was somebody in the fields that it looked like. Even though I know you guys don't like Uni. I will give it to Uni. He did think that somebody was in the field. And I will say Jay for Justice did also say that the video was edited. She did notice there was an edit in the video. And then we find out it was actually edited. That we got that piece that was taken out. Even if it was a couple seconds, that piece was taken out.
Mm-hmm.
So I get it. Like the FBI is not going to put everything out there for us. They're going to do their job the way they need to do it. But
Yes, KJ, the FBI is going to do their job and not going to be reporting to you. Just thought I'd throw that out there.
yeah, great community she has from this story. God help her, Jack, right? I know. See, we need to make a video. Hold on. My timeline went. We need to make a video with all these notes. That's why I've been keeping them. And yes, I do. We can make a video all together. All the notes that we've collected in our Gabby Petito room on Discord. That's why I've been keeping the notes in my Word drive. Everything you guys have been telling me, I keep adding to the notes and adding to the notes because I want to do a video putting all of this out there. I would like to do a live where we can all come on and talk about everything that we have. So the first he returns home. So the 27th was the video that we got from the couple. Well, that's when they saw the van. We didn't get the video then. That's when they saw the van. September 1st is when he returned home. So from the 27th, 28th, 29th, 30, I believe there are only 30 days in August. I'm going to double check because I'm not positive. There are 31. So
carry on. I was just going to make a joke, but carry on.
There was 4 days. The 5th day, September 1st, is when he returned from Florida. So from the 27th through September 1st, he returns home in Gabby's van without her. Then September 11th, Gabby's van was impounded by Florida police after Brian returned home without Gabby. The 17th, Brian's house was searched for him, and that's when he supposedly went missing to the family. When this whole time the family told everyone they knew where he was. And then the 19th is when they unfortunately found her.
Really triple. Okay.
So that was my little timeline and a half. I'm adding to it with all the other stuff that we get as well. Like the whole he hitchhiked with the couple this day and all of that. Yes.
Yeah. And by the way, we're starting a detective agency next week. You're all invited.
FBI is interested in cases, and is it? Oh, I don't know about that. The FBI is going to do whatever. It's political too. I hate to say it that way, but because this has gotten so much attention, that's why the FBI is making this kind of top priority, because it's been a very involved media case.
Yeah.
They need to do everything that they need to do because people are watching the FBI's every move with this case. So they're going to stay on their game for this case.
Yeah.
We have had people that have been missing for years, and they've done nothing about it or looked into it or give a shit. True. But because this case was so widely all over public, the web, YouTube, everywhere on social media, they made it a top priority. And as much as I love Dog the Bounty Hunter, which I hope, and I say this to you guys as I said it yesterday in the Discord, I hope Dog finds his ass, because then I could do a happy dance for Gabby and a happy dance because Dog's the man, and I've always thought Dog was the man, even though all these people don't think Dog's the fucking man. I think Dog's the man. He will always be one of my favorite shows that I used to watch all the time. I've seen every episode hundreds of times. It was the first thing I would watch in the morning before I'd go to work. Then I'd go to work, and I remember going to school. It was always on in the morning before I went to school. So yeah. But anyways, Dog, yes. I hope he finds him. And I also feel like this is Dog's way of... They're saying that Dog is trying to get a TV show deal out of this. I mean, he is a TV star. He's going to also do what he does best, which is find criminals and put that on the television show. But because this is a very publicized case and he is a public figure, he is taking it on head on and hoping that he can solve this. Yeah. So we'll see.
I have to wait and see.
You guys see the clip I posted in Discord of the lady that traveled from PA to Florida just to scream at the laundries outside of the house? That's Molly Golightly, right? Molly Golightly, who's a YouTuber, supposedly went to Laundry's house to do that. And I did not see it on Discord. I have Discord muted right now, but I'm going to go look real quick. I have a funny video because you know what I forgot to mention in the recap? That KJ had the FBI at her house last week.
Oh my God. Oh yeah, I remember that. Oh my God.
No, it wasn't Molly Golightly. It was another random lady. Are you sure? Because Molly Golightly also came to the house as well to scream at the laundries. Well, look though. I'll look though, Rachel, for you. Let's look at first this clip while I look at the Discord. So it was on.
Sorry. I just read something.
It was on Sunday of last week, which was the 19th, that KJ had the FBI at her house because someone had called the cops to say that Brian was there.
Yeah.
And I have the video clip from when she went live to say that.
Speaking of KJ, do you know she's tweeted something, right? I mean, she's always on Twitter, but that's the reason why I laughed, just because I've just read
I'm
it.
doing it because I have Discord muted.
Yeah, I know, but okay. Unless you are Brian Lounger, I don't think the feds care about your Twitter threads.
They don't care about your Twitter thread either, kid.
Yeah, that's the reason why I laughed, because I was just like, that is so ironic. Like, come on.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Let's all laugh at this beautiful clip.
Okay.
She was live on Instagram. She could be off of it by now.
My house,
like 15 minutes ago.
And somebody contacted the FBI in Denver, and they told the FBI in Denver that I was hiding Brian laundry in my house. So when they knocked at my door, I answered the door. There was 2 officers. They both had on bulletproof vests.
Oh my God.
We have had officers at our door multiple times. These officers showed up at our house with bulletproof vests on.
All right, time out, bitch. Let me call it contradiction.
Time out, bitch. I love that. Carry on.
Do you want me to show the photo that you posted to your Twitter of the police coming to your house for a wellness check that had bulletproof vests on? Because they had bulletproof vests on. I got proof. Oh God, I can't stand her. Oh my God, it's like the FBI came in bulletproof vests. So did the same cops that came to your house a month prior, before all of this, when you got a CPS call or a wellness check call, whatever the frig it was, that people are saying it was like an edited screenshot. Regardless, those cops had bulletproof vests on, and you posted the tweet. I'll pull it up right now, but we'll finish the rest of this video.
Yeah, go on, finish it.
And they were like, "What's going on?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?"
What are you talking about?
Somebody.
Oh my God.
I'm guessing some technical issues just happened, but yeah, like, come on, KJ, seriously, what are you doing? Like, really? They turned up with bulletproof vests twice.
And my internet goes, refresh page, please.
Don't want to see her.
I'm trying to show a video clip, you jerk, as I'm searching for something else, and this is what you do to me. We're not watching this whole thing over again.
It's show up at my house.
We're going to start. And it was like halfway. I like her shirt. I got this, guys. I got
Bullshit.
I got this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm back at it. You just don't know it yet.
And I was like, what are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Somebody contacted the Denver police, the Denver FBI, and told them that I
is it Denver FBI or
Brian
Denver police?
Laundry in my house.
It's the FBI,
and
Denver
that he
FBI.
had come to my house.
It's a main base is in Denver.
Yes,
like one of them.
Yeah, I know.
So while we were
oh no,
this is what they did, Madison. My husband was here too. There was two
because you don't leave the house.
They were outside my house. God. They had bulletproof vests on. They said they had received multiple calls from the FBI They also had claimed that there was video of my husband holding a gun to my head, which never happened.
Now she's just
so they were coming to check on my welfare,
kind of
and they were looking for
That's what
Brian
I mean. That's
laundry.
A balls to the wall kind of story.
Mm-hmm.
And if people are actually really doing this, shame on you, because you're giving this freaking bitch here a story. Please stop. We don't need to hear KJ stories. We don't need her to be able to brag that the FBI was at her house. Please don't do this. Please.
I don't think anyone's been to her house.
She gets literal sympathy from people.
Because people are naive. But it's like, come on. I bet you no one's been there. No one's been there at all. She's just doing this with like clicks and views. So
on 9/12, someone called CPS. That was the 9/12/2021. So this is the tweet. Let me pull it up so you guys can see it. Remember, this is September 12th. And then now September, let me remove this so we can get this bitch out of here there. And put up on the screen the tweet.
Tweet, delete.
That is a bulletproof vest on the officer. That's a bulletproof vest, KJ.
But
and my computer is like freezing.
Oh no! But like, why? Like talking about the picture, like why did she need to blur it out?
I don't know about that, but I can't even move my mouse. I'm lucky that you can hear my voice because my photo looks like it hasn't moved.
No, it hasn't. No.
You can still hear my voice though until it actually goes away. my mouse won't even move.
Damn,
KJ, what are you doing to my computer?
The minute you mention KJ, your computer just goes, no. I mean,
I hate her.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, it's moving. It's loading everything again. All right, we're better now. But that is a bulletproof vest.
Yes.
That's a bulletproof vest.
And yet, okay. So basically the police in bulletproof vests have been round twice.
So the FBI came in bulletproof vests, and so did the sheriff.
Okay,
so this was the 12th. And then she made this claim, not this week, but last week, on the 19th. So 19, from 12 to 19, she's had the cops there how many times?
A few times.
She could post this photo on the 12th, right?
But did you say
take a little quick snapshot on her phone of the FBI at her house?
Exactly.
But did you say a nice quick snapshot of this? Why couldn't she do that then?
But did you say it was Denver police that came to her house the other day?
FBI. Denver FBI.
Okay.
That's what she said.
And that's in that photo, or was that the one before?
No, the photo was her town police officers, the sheriff's of her town. That was on the 12th. The video that we saw was the FBI came to her house for Brian laundry. All I'm trying to say is she took the photo, posted that on the 12th. The cop has a bulletproof vest. She made it a big fucking ordeal on the 19th that the FBI was there at her house wearing a bulletproof vest. It's another cop in a bulletproof vest. You've already had this how many days prior before that point happened?
True. It is true. She's just...
Her shirt should say Pinocchio.
I
I
agree with that. Yeah, that's.
This is the picture with an officer in green, front FBI wearing black. I am not. She didn't post a photo of the FBI agents. She only posted the photo of the cop coming to her house because of a CPS call.
Mm-hmm.
That was what the 12th was about.
Yeah.
Saying someone called CPS again and the cops came to do a wellness check.
Like, okay, like if people are doing that, that's wrong. But like, how many times? Like, how many times can this woman have CPS called on her?
Well,
how many times? Like,
people are gonna supposedly call CPS on her.
Mm.
How do we know? Like, the cop didn't something like we don't know. Like, maybe the neighbors got into a fight and she saw the neighbors having a fight, and she just used it as a photo opportunity. That she was talking to the cops, telling them like, "Hey, our neighbors got into a fight, and like I saw this and this and this and this happen." Or like there was a car accident. And, like, well, she's not in like the suburbs like me where a car accident happens in front of my house every 5 minutes. But like there could have been any other reason that the cops were there. It could have been something so minor, is what I'm trying to say. It could have been something completely not what she's trying to say. But she's saying that stop calling CPS and police on us. Today, another false report of a woman claiming to have seen a video of me crying, physically abusing my son. No such video like this exists. You all know you are lying. You scream at me for doxing. No, this is doxing. This is me being doxed. Actually, no, that's not you being doxed. That's just people being assholes, KJ.
Mm-hmm.
It's not right what they're doing to you, but it's not us doing it to you.
True.
We don't agree what they're doing to you.
No,
we don't like what they're doing to you. But it's not a dox. If they're putting it out there that they called CPS on you and gave them this address with your name and your address, that is a dox. It's with malicious intent.
Yep. This is true.
It's putting information out there with malicious intent is a dox. Calling the cops and false reporting you, that is not a dox. That is just being a fucking asshole.
Mm-hmm.
You can say that, but don't say it's a dox. That's where I don't like that part in that sentence. It's not a dox. It's them being an asshole. And you can say, stop calling CPS and the police. Because they shouldn't be doing that anyways. You don't go real life.
No, you don't.
Unless you absolutely know and saw something and you are that serious that you want to help that YouTuber.
Mm-hmm.
There's been... This will piss me off, but yeah. Anyways, so then she puts out that video like on the 19th that I'm so scared. The FBI, guys, the FBI was at my house and bulletproof vests. That just makes her look stupid. And then here she is making money off Gabby's name.
Mm-hmm.
Every single video she does, she's making money off of Gabby's name.
Yep.
Any little bit of information she is getting, she's making money off of Gabby's name. She don't care if the information's right or wrong. She's going to put it out there anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Someone just told me on Discord, Marissa Zadowski, is that Molly's chick's real name? I don't know, but Rachel, I'm going to pull that up right now so I can look at that and we can play it real quick too. On Discord, we have a beautiful Gabby Petito room that we do talk a lot about everything that's been going on.
Yep.
That's not a woman named Molly. Okay. So it's from Brian Etton's Twitter. I'm going to share my screen.
Which is where Kage is getting most of her information from.
No, she doesn't like him anymore.
Oh, why doesn't she like him anymore? Oh, God.
She still gets his information from him, but she doesn't like the the WFLA, and she doesn't like Brian anymore.
Oh.
Because, they're not putting all the right information out there. Well, neither are you, honey. Ooh.
You was going to call it something else, and I could see it in your lips. But yeah.
She pisses me off.
Mm-hmm.
She really just pisses me off with this whole thing.
Oh, yeah, she pisses me off too. It's like...
All right. Let me...
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
No, you can say what you feel about her too, please.
Oh, I will. Just, who said that?
She
Was you
called
saying that to
it
me or somebody else?
being doxxed, though. Not doxing, it's swatting. She was swatted. Thank you, Advent, for giving me the word.
Like,
I couldn't think of the actual name. It's called swatting, yes.
Yeah,
when you put out a false report. Shows how much I watch other YouTubers. It happens.
It happens a lot in the gaming industry.
Yeah, because she wants it to make it like when she goes and doxes somebody, that it's because everybody else is doxing her. No, KJ, that's not a dox. Me sitting here right now going, KJ lives at 123 Hollywood Boulevard, Los Angeles, California, which we all know is not where she lives.
No.
But you know what I mean? Me putting out her address with malicious intent would be a dox. That is what a dox is. And I do want to do a video either on Sunshinery or on Josh's channel where we go into what a dox
is. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah. Because a lot of people...
there is a lot of different discretion going on YouTube. What is and what isn't a dox? Now, I'm not taking anyone's side on this, but I am going to use this as an example.
Mm-hmm.
The other day, there was a YouTuber that posted someone's Facebook on their community post.
Yep.
Now, even though we all know that Facebook is public, the YouTuber that posted this person's Facebook, that YouTuber whose page it was, has never posted his Facebook anywhere on his YouTube, Twitter, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So for that other YouTuber to take a snapshot of his Facebook page and post it on his community post is considered a dox.
Dox, yeah, that is. Because he's doing it with malicious intent.
Whether he believes it's malicious intent or not, it is malicious intent or not. Because you know why? The person never wanted his Facebook public because he would have made it public, number one. Number two, by making his Facebook public to other people, now anybody can go find him on Facebook. They could DM his family, his friends. They could now find out more information about him that maybe he didn't want out there. Mm-hmm. I have a Facebook account.
I do too.
I have 2 Facebook accounts. One that I cannot access because somebody hacked it. Do I want either information out here on YouTube?
Hell no.
No. So if anyone shares my Facebook account with my photo, that is with malicious intent because I don't want it out here on YouTube, and that is considered a dox.
Yep. Same with mine.
So
if I
we're
saw
going
it.
to do a video where me and Josh kind of go over different scenarios, different things where people have said, is this a dox or is this not a dox? Is this a dox or this not a dox? We talk about it. We go over why we think it's not a dox or it is a dox.
Yep.
Because we want to put out examples for people to know what is and what isn't a dox. And when people come and say, well, I didn't dox them. Well, you are when you're doing this with malicious intent. Whether you think you can sit there and claim, oh, it wasn't malicious. I didn't do it maliciously. But if the person's not one putting out the information, then that's malicious intent.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And KJ is the queen of doxing.
Because I've been wanting to talk about that for such a long time now.
Yeah.
And KJ was the one who calls everything a fucking dox when it's not.
Nope.
Anyways, let's watch this. So emotions running high outside the laundry's house. This woman flew here from Pennsylvania. Okay.
I flew from Hershey to be here. And they're
Why?
just sitting there, peeking out their windows. Well, I'm dirty. Very soothing. Very soothing. Dirty laundry. This house should be burned. That'll get you out. I swear to God, these people, I want to see them fined for this search. They know what happened. Or he lied. Because I'm going to tell you something. What got my heart was when I saw the manipulation that their son did with those cops in Utah. He had those cops eating out of the palm of their hand. That's a talent. You got to be psychotic in order to do that. You got to be psychotic. Right. And they let that girl was...
I'm not saying he's psychotic, but he did have those cops in the palm of his hands. Those cops felt bad that his poor little head was in the sun, that they moved him into the shade.
Mm-hmm.
But Gabby was saying the whole time that they were on their way to get water because they have no more water, and it took the cops how long to give her a freaking bottle of water? Just saying. I will give her that. I don't know if it's really psychotic, but he did have the cops at the palm of his hands there. Mm. The cops are on his side for freaking sure. And that is my opinion and my opinion only.
Troubled. I think she saw something, she knew something, and then to separate them? How are you going to separate them? Make her stay in the camper and him in a hotel? No. I'm sorry. This is not right.
Where are you from?
It wasn't right, but at that point, they were saying that Gabby was the aggressor. So when you call an advocacy group, unfortunately, they're going to give the victim shelter, which would have been Brian. And it was her van, and that was what she was worried about, was him leaving her and taking the van without him. So would you really want Gabby in the shelter and him in the van, and had taken off in the van as well? So that's where it's a complicated situation. I don't think they should have left her alone in the van. They should have gotten her as well a hotel. They both are victims at this point, and they should have said, you know what, he did this to her. He admitted to it. He admitted to hitting her, even though she's not admitting to it. She's a victim just as much as he might be a victim at that point, and helped them both, but separated them and made them both sign citations, whether or not they wanted to see the person the next day. That is my opinion. I mean, everyone's opinion is different, but it would have prolonged things from maybe something being done. Maybe something could have happened. Maybe something wouldn't have ended up the way it was. I mean, we can't change the past. We can only assume and make speculations and think and say our opinions on what maybe we would have done. But these cops are now living with that decision. And I kind of hope they use this as an example for future incidences, and I hope they get investigated thoroughly and they get taught what they did wrong. You can't just blame them for what they did wrong and say, here's the investigation, we investigated, you did this wrong. You need to explain, well, this is why you did this wrong, this is why you did this wrong, this is what you should have done here, this is what you should have done here. You can't learn from your mistakes unless you're taught what you did wrong. Now, before I continue with this video, this lady flew here from Pennsylvania to yell outside the house?
Because
why?
It's
a little dramatic, in my opinion.
Yeah,
she
just
wanted
a little
attention.
bit dramatic.
She wanted attention. But let's continue.
Hershey, Pennsylvania.
What's your name?
Marissa Zadinsky.
Spell that last name for me.
Marissa. Z as in Zulu, D as in Delta, A as in Alpha, Z as in Zulu, Indigo, and SKY, Zadinsky.
So you came here just...
Yes. I want to see them. I want to see the FBI drag these people out and give some answers. This does not make sense. This is, listen, I got free speech too. You can lawyer up, but I got free speech too.
trying to be a drama queen.
Everyone is reacting.
I'm not trying to be a drama queen.
We all want to see the FBI take these parents out of the home and question them thoroughly. We all want to see this. We all want to see Brian found. I don't understand, though.
Why go all to that? Like, okay, why go to all that?
I kind of feel like she was already on vacation. That's just my opinion.
She probably was.
Or she's going on vacation. You just don't go to Florida for the hell of it. Maybe she wants to go and be part of the protesters that blow that horn every freaking morning, every hour on the hour to get their attention. Go. Do that then.
Kirsten, I don't believe it's KJ's sister, purely because
KJ doesn't have a sister?
That too, but like, no, I was just gonna say, like, KJ's got dark hair. This woman's blonde. Although,
well, you can dye your hair.
And plus, I shouldn't say that because I've got dark hair. My brothers are blonde.
Exactly, Advent. People have too much free fucking time.
Yeah, true. I mean, her actions are just like KJ, so.
Yeah, right? The officer drank from a thermal filled with ice water, and he couldn't give her some of the ice water. He was like, well, I know this is warm. He tried giving her Gatorade when she clearly said all she wanted was water, too. Which I thought at that point, oh, then maybe that's all they have. That's very nice. But then when he opened the back of that car door, and there was a whole case of water.
Okay. Yep.
All right, but let's finish this little video. I want to know what you guys think. Yep. Do you think she's being kind of a drama queen, Karen?
Back to this. The whole world. For a guy on the loose, and let me tell you something else, and you can quote me on this. If Dog the Bounty Hunter finds Brian Laundrie, I'm never paying taxes again.
How are you never going to pay taxes again?
Good luck with that one.
How are you, of all people, not going to pay taxes again?
Good luck, because they'll soon cut your ass out.
You'll be going to jail for tax fraud.
Yep.
I like that Lisa Chapman said, yes, girl. I mean, we need more people out there telling this bitch what to do. Well, not like her, but like saying, you know, you go, girl, because not enough people are doing like the cops are not doing shit with the fucking family. That is true. I will give that woman that credit. The cops and the FBI are not doing shit. They should be questioning this family. They should be taking off their devices. Because clearly people are saying, oh, well, then a burner phone was bought. And there's all this other stuff. Like, oh, KJ's making a freaking support group for Brian lookalikes.
Because that's normal.
Can we
That's
focus
normal behavior.
on what is important in this case? Finding Brian and solving Gabby's homicide. That is what is important in this case. Not all this other bullshit. Finding out why Brian did what he did and solving the fucking mystery to what happened to Gabby. Because it is a mystery right now because we don't know what he did and why he did it. Or if he even did it. We don't know what happened. But he has questions that he needs to answer. So I will give her props for going out there to tell it like it is and doing something more than what the FBI and the police are doing. But I kind of feel like she was doing this kind of for some publicity in a sense. It just doesn't make sense. Why you could easily be, you can make a YouTube channel and tell it like it is, like we are right now.
She could have. She hasn't.
I'm pissed, and I'm not. Unfortunately, I don't have the money to fly to Florida.
I don't think you would.
But I would be rather trying to do other things to solve this before I would go just to go yell outside the family's house. I would try to figure out other things that have been going on, putting the word out there further. If anyone has any information, to please step forward. Tiny Dancer. This woman is not the flex. People think it is, considering she's a YouTuber who's mocking murder victims. So I believe this is Molly Golightly, because that Tiny Dancer is anti-KJer, actually. Who the heck is she? Because she seems like something's trying to be respectful. She goes by Molly Golightly online. She's turned in murder victims' families, as well as mocked many. So I knew Molly Golightly went there. So yes, Rachel, this is Molly Golightly. She gave her real name instead of her YouTube name. She did mock many murder victims online, such as Shannon Watts and her children. You can Google it. And I bet if we Googled her name, it'll come up, Molly Golightly, which we have her name. You did give me the name. Let's Google it just so we can all do it together. I knew this was Molly because I was like, 2 crazy women went to the house today. 2 crazy women went to the house today. I mean, there's plenty of crazy women in this world. Don't get me wrong. But I know you put it in the chat. Karen Joyless. I'm trying to see where it is so I could just copy and paste it. Discord, Marissa is Molly's name, so I Googled it and it was right. Okay, so you did Google it for us. I could Google it too for us, but listen. There you go, Rachel. You're the bomb diggity. You're the bomb. Rachel is, and I'm nominating her in a Gramsci Life. They are amazing investigators, and we have already claimed them. They are Jackie and Josh's private investigators.
You can't take them.
So you guys cannot take Rachel or a Gramsci Life from us.
No,
there are motherfucking private investigators, and I've already hired them. I've already hired them.
She's just got to work out how to pay you guys.
I will figure out a way to pay you. I don't care. And hugs, kisses, goods, and service. I will figure it out. I will never let you down. I'll tell you that. Anything you ever need from me, I'll be there for you, girl. Both of you. You guys have done such amazing research on this whole Gabby Petito case that I've been doing my own research, but then I'll go look in the Gabby Discord channel and I'll be like, wait, where did you see that?
Yeah, I'm like, what?
They see some amazing.
They see everything.
Shit.
They do. They get all the information. So basically, also, guys, be very, very nervous. No, I'm just kidding.
I'll put them on the hunt, dude.
You'll put them on the hunt for any information.
Don't make me. No, just kidding. So, I'm going to stop this screen sharing. I'm going to share my screen because I Googled it because I want to show you. I put in the person's name and that she said it herself, what her name was on the video. And we Googled it up right here.
Googled it up.
Rachel said she did herself, and I believe she did it. And it comes up on Google. Ask Golightly. Now, I will say, guys, moderators, be prepared, because usually when you even mention the name Molly Golightly, you get spam hard in the chat. I've witnessed it, so be prepared.
Really?
We're talking shit about her.
Okay,
we're not talking shit about her, but we're talking about her. Yeah. Oh yeah. She got a hardcore stan base.
Wow.
Hardcore stands.
Wow, that's interesting. That's what I
Criminal mugshot. Ask Molly Golightly, aka Marissa, arrested. And this is all.
She got arrested?
Yeah, we're not looking into that. We just wanted to make sure.
No, I was just like,
Molly Golightly. Clearly, if you want to go look to see why she was arrested, which clearly is like the biggest thing on Google search right now.
I'll look it up
Yeah,
later.
arrested in New Orleans for theft on 1/12/2019.
Oh, okay.
Busted by the FBI in 2003 for embezzling the government and theft.
Oh my god!
This girl gets arrested. I've never
wow.
actually looked into Molly Golightly because I just know she's a problem YouTuber. She's kind of like Critical K. You just know she's a fucking problem. You kind of stay away from the problem. Here you go. Uploaded a sex offender registry.
What? Oh my god.
That's kind of weird. Unless that's the name. That's the name of the YouTube channel. Okay, I was gonna say what?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. AKA
Wow.
Big Juicy.
Oh my god.
Who was on season 6 of Wife Swap. She was on Wife Swap. I heard about that.
Oh my god, I gotta see that. I like Wife Swap.
So guys, check. Let's just take a peek. Let's just take a little peek.
Little peek.
I don't think it shared that screen that is coming up. No, but
No,
we
it
can
didn't. Peek
I'll
into
switch
the
it
abyss.
over. I can switch it over. Let me just pause it before. Whoops. Let's go. StreamYard. I don't know why StreamYard doesn't like swap the screen when I swap screens. By the way, Critical K is back. Oh, I know, Truff. I forgot. Did I mention that in the weekly recap?
No.
2 weeks ago.
Actually, 2 weeks ago.
I think I did.
Yeah. I think you did
she's
like
back.
yeah. She's back.
She got
Yeah.
her channel back.
She's
Which,
definitely back.
as long as she actually does some good, then,
Mm-hmm.
which I highly
doubt.
she is going to cause mischief and mayhem like she always has been doing. All right, so this is the YouTube video that I clicked on Google. And I'm not sharing it the screen because it doesn't freaking add it for me. Here we go. And this is what it shows. It's only 22 seconds.
You know what I think? I think you forgot to lock your door. A lot of people do that. They forget it. That's too bad because all crime needs is a chance. Don't give it the chance. It's my job to teach you to protect yourselves. Make it your job to learn. Like the box 6600 Rockville, Maryland. Oh, and one more thing. Lock your door and take a bite out of crime.
Okay. What the
Scruff
fuck?
McGruff! Take a bite out of crime. I would prefer if it was Scruff McGruff, just saying. And he's from Chicago, Illinois, 60652. But take a bite out of crime. That was perfect. I don't understand what the purpose of this video is. It just shows a Google page.
So there's no point to that.
Yeah. I mean, there's only 8. They only got 8 subscribers.
Oh.
For, I guess, a reason. It seems to be... they're talking about a high school shooting, an arrest, Molly Golightly. This was 2 years ago as well. Let's see what this one is. Oh, this is her girlfriend, I believe. Yeah, so she's overly dramatic. Like, Molly Golightly is overly dramatic. We already know this.
Okay.
So they're pretty much just doxing the shit out of her. That's what that is. We're not watching that any further. So anyways, let's look at the rest of the tweets so we can maybe we'll look at the rest of the tweets and then we'll call it a night from here. So we are going to do, I've been waiting because I'm the type of person, I'm the type of YouTuber that I like to have all information before I put something out. I don't care if I have to wait. I don't care if I'm not the first person with the story. That is just me. I like to have facts. Facts. I like to know what I've researched is what I've researched, and it's actual factual information. So I want to. I've made the Gabby thumbnail. I've started making the memorial video. If anyone wants to put any photos that they've drawn, created, any of that into the video, I'd be more than happy to put it in there. But I do want to do this live. I would love for you guys, either in the comment section or Discord, to tell me what day is best for you guys so we can do this together, because I want whoever wants to come up on panel. If they don't want to come on panel, we could do like a Discord thing like we did on Josh's channel where we talk on Discord and we stream to StreamYard. So we can all talk about all the information, everything we've heard, our opinions on how we feel about what is going on with everything.
Yeah. Sounds
I'll have to check that out, Truff. I'll have to check that out. Thank you. Definitely going to look that up as soon as I'm done. McGruff, oh my God, that was a blast from the past. So last night, right, Truff, we were looking at when I was when I was a mod for, the other channel that I don't like to name because I get told that I'm obsessed with him, but I won't even say his name. I had found a Scruff McGruff comic. It was a songbook. It was a Scruff McGruff songbook from Burger King with the cassette tape from when we were moving out of my parents' house. I found it and I took a photo of it and it was on my OneDrive. But we were going through the OneDrive looking for stuff for last night for something else. And I was just like, oh my God, guys, Scruff McGruff, and who remembers this? And we were laughing about that. And it just so happens the video we watched tonight is the Crime Stopper dog. But let's go. All right. So this is we'll go from the leading tweet.
Okay.
So Tiny Dancer helped everybody know who she was. Thank you for that, Tiny Dancer. This is all for clout. And that's what she does, things for clout. She wants her channel to grow. This is what YouTubers will do. This is all for clout. Not right at all. She's literally just trying to get views on her YouTube channel. And if that wasn't the case, she wouldn't have to set 2 separate videos up already of her being there. Shaking my head. Nicole, what? You are absolutely correct. And you know what? I'm going to like this. I'm on my personal Twitter. I can like it. People actually spending money on plane tickets and protesting this when there is so much wrong with the world. Okay, there is so much wrong with the world, but it's their right if they want to go protest for the cops to do something about the case. Now, her spending money on a plane ticket to get her YouTube channel more clout, that is completely different. Yes, there are way more issues in this world going on right now, but it's those people's right if they want to be outside protesting at his house. Go do it.
Yeah.
Go do it. And then you have someone putting out a video, Molly Golightly, drunk the house.
What?
Okay.
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 Okay. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
This lady feels like so many of us feel. We just want justice for Gabby. That is true, but she is acting. And the truth from the laundries. We all feel that, but Donna, she's an actor. Hiding out makes them look guilty, and the fact that they've shown no sympathy or compassion for Gabby's family is disturbing. I will like it because that is how I feel, but I do know that this lady is an actress. She does things for the YouTube, like KJ.
The clout. Everything's about the clout and the views.
This case and the reporting of it has been a joke. I feel so bad for Gabby's parents. I agree. KJ
Totally
reporting shit, making money off of Gabby's name, not caring what evidence she puts out there. Same with other YouTubers doing the same thing. I agree.
Yep.
I feel bad for her parents. But also, I will say that if this case didn't get as much attention as it did, they might not be working as hard as they are right now to find him. So, even though it's negative that these idiots are making all these crazy videos, we're at least getting the attention to the case that the FBI has made this kind of... they know that the public is watching every move that they make with this case, that they're doing something about trying to find him. It could have taken a lot longer if people didn't make this a big deal on social media and get the ball moving. They would have probably not found Gabby right away as fast as they did.
That's probably true.
They probably wouldn't have had all the evidence that came forward, like the Spread Creek and all of that. You know what I mean? Or the TikTokers that have said, "Oh, he hitchhiked and I picked him up." Like, the attention this case has got has helped this case in certain ways, but it's also not helped this case when it's come to people gaining money off of it just for their pure fact of trying to make a dollar. This looks like she's exploiting the situation for attention. Like, come on, you flew from Pennsylvania. I live a minute away and I haven't gone to the house. Jesus. All right. This is Molly Golightly. I'm at the laundries for justice. Oh, look, it's her YouTube channel. And it's an hour-long video.
All right, so
we're not watching the whole hour.
No, you're okay.
Florida.
I will post it in the Gabby room for us.
And the road is closed. And we're just gonna take a little walk. Do you want to come with me? Because
she's doing it for the YouTube channel, guys. So I'm posting this in the Gabby Petito room now. It should, brings up her page. I live about 15 minutes away from the laundries, and I haven't went there simply because I just know I wouldn't be able to control my actions. I'd scream at the top of my lungs as soon as they open the door. I'd use every curse word while they just sit there and smirk at me. I mean, look, come on. People are being realistic right here.
Yep.
What is her story? I've never heard of her before. Look her up. Oh, you don't have to. People already did that for you. Just scroll down a little further.
That they did. You know, people will come with those receipts. People will come with those receipts.
She's a YouTuber. Thank you, Irish.
Yes.
Irish is a mod for Tipster and also hangs out at PJ's channel. Is she the one who showed up dramatic at the laundry's house? Did you watch the video? Did you watch the video? That's the same person. Oh my God. So yeah, pretty much all the tweets are people's opinions, which that's what Twitter is, a dumpster fire of everything.
It's the reason why I'm upset.
It does help clear up things people were kind of wondering. Proud racist YouTuber Molly Golightly, aka Marissa Lynn, likes to mock. Oh my gosh. I hate to say it, she's kind of worse than Trisha. From everything I've heard about her and seen myself personally. Just saying. She's on YouTube. She just went live about it. So here's another live. I don't know if this is the same one, but because I know they said she went twice. live twice on her channel. Someone did say it. So let's see what this is. I got to click on it to get the video link. Copy video URL. Yep, this is the second video. So we have both, and they are both in Discord for us to watch. All right, guys. We need to get off of YouTube. We've been doing this for 2.5 hours.
We do.
You can go watch them on Discord. So if you want to come watch them with me on Discord while I eat my ice cream and scream on the voice chat, you guys can scream with me. That's the glory of it. You can scream with me. We're going to be doing that in about, 10 minutes. I have to go get my ice cream. So if you want to come listen, if you want to come join the fun, if you want to come hang out, we will be on Discord. Also, let's do it in the watch party, because it's going to be a watch party. So we'll do it in the watch party room. I'll meet you guys there. And it's been fun. We covered the last 2 weeks. Next, the schedule is going to remain the same. Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll be doing weekly YouTube recaps. And I will be, and I have been talking about doing new things on my channel as well. As some other things. So if you guys want to help me out, I do want to start, if you haven't watched my video yet on Shannon Haru, it was about a deaf woman that got denied Dunkin' Donuts because she relies on reading lips. She has a cochlear implant. The implant she didn't have, it kind of died before she went in that day. And she relies on reading lips. The guy wouldn't remove the mask for her to read his lips. He wouldn't give her a pen to write her order down. And it was a whole big ordeal. I made a whole video about it, but it was to bring awareness to the deaf community. Yeah. And the impacts that they've been dealing with throughout the pandemic. I want to cover other disabilities on my channel. I want to bring awareness to other disabilities, what other people struggle with, so people can learn and become aware of different things that people struggle with and live with every day.
True. And I want to, I was going to say for like my channel, I'm doing something similar in a sense. I have had the thought. So I'll be covering more mental health side of things. I'm going to say that.
I thought you were doing more autistic stuff too.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, autism and like mental health stuff as well. So that I've got like a few, quite a few ideas to do autism streams. So that's what I'll be doing. The gaming side of things, I don't know what I'm doing with that yet, but I'll let you guys know about that in Discord.
You're going to go watch a movie? Enjoy the movie, Truffle.
Yeah.
It's been a long night. We've had a good night here. I'm glad you all came and hung out with us. Thank you, everyone, for coming. I've enjoyed it. And if you want to come, like I said, hang out, I will be over there. It's Friday night. We're going to enjoy Friday night. And I kind of want to watch these crazy videos, to be honest, just to get kind of some knowledge of what this crazy YouTuber did. I'd rather watch her than listen to KJ talk about shit that I can watch on the news that is actually giving me better information that she's just giving me her opinion on. I don't care about KJ's opinion. I'd rather hear the news's opinion about what's going on. But anyways, I will see you guys on Discord in a couple minutes. Yeah, bop on in. Truffle, we're always on Discord.
We're always there.
Just come say hi.
Yeah.
Come join the fun. We love all of you guys that are there. We have fun. We have Discord wars with GIF emojis and bit emojis, and we just like to laugh and have fun in there. So come hang out with us. We do have some serious topic rooms that if anyone needs any info with mental health, medical advice, even though we're not medical professionals, we can help talk about what we've been through. But then we have, the fun rooms like the rant room or the Mary Jane room, or we have hair and makeup, we have recipes, we have a lot of cool channels. So just come and hang out and have fun with us. And if you see us on the voice chat, come join us.
Come say hey. We don't bite, honest.
But hope everyone has a great weekend. If I do not see you before Monday or talk to you before then, thank you for coming. And hope everyone stays safe with everything that's been going on.
Yes.
Josh.
Yes.
Do your thing, chicken wing.
Do my thing, chicken wing. So, as always, my message to everyone is I'm sending love and support to everybody, especially Gabby Petito's family right now, because the world needs a lot more love and support.
Heck yeah, we do. Good night, everyone. Stay safe. Love you all. Bye.